Hi guys, welcome back to ModCons. Oh my goodness, another week, another drama.
Another drama. We're back, guys.
We are back. We are back. It's been a while.
It has.
I know.
Month
I
almost.
missed you guys.
And it's been painful.
It has. It has. But what can we do? We can talk about it all.
Oh, there's so much. That means we've got a big backlog of stuff to talk about.
We do. I can't keep up. It's so much going on.
Everything's happened.
I mean, where should we start?
Okay, so we could start with Keir Starmer's having a great week.
Yeah.
Started by giving Andy Burnham the boot.
Yes.
Ended in China, hanging out in China.
I mean, yeah, that's quite a week. He managed to be in the UK for all of 5 minutes.
No, but he conveniently just scheduled that flight for Wednesday. Interesting that he done that. He's like, oh, unfortunately, I'm not going to be in the country. I've got to be in China.
What can I do?
Could have booked it for Thursday, Keir, or Wednesday night, but okay, yeah, whatever.
So Andy Burnham,
Yes.
the King of the North, as they like to say,
the King of the North,
who is the mayor of Manchester,
yes,
wants to become an MP because he wants to run up against Keir and
wants to get him out.
Replace him.
Yes.
And Keir is not happy with that.
He's not.
But also it's not that easy, not that straightforward, because obviously if Andy Burnham runs as an MP, he's going to have to give up his job as mayor.
Yes, exactly. So Keir Starmer thought, I don't really want 2 elections. Well, this is his rationale, which to be fair, it's reasonable.
Yes.
I don't want to lose the Gorton and Denton by-election and then lose the Manchester mayoralty, which is fine. The chances are he would have won the Gorton and Denton by-election with Andy Burnham, but lost the mayoralty. And the way they look at it, they're like 8 MP seats within this mayoralty, and it's not worth losing like that kind of power for Andy Burnham's,
and also it costs
political ambition.
It costs the public more to have another election. So it does make sense if you are.
It was 4 million or something.
Yeah, that's
a bit
outrageous. So I mean, Andy Burnham really is taking the biscuit, isn't he?
It's like, we know you think you're worth it, Andy, but even if you're worth it, 4 million.
Yeah, exactly. Just wait a couple of years.
Yeah.
Finish your term. Also, I find it a bit insulting for the Mancunians. You know, they voted him in to do a job for 4 years, and now you want to just be like, well, I think I should be the leader, so I'm going to do what I want to do.
Yes,
it's a bit rude.
It's a bit cheeky, but somebody did say, oh, he's 2 years into the job. And I thought, well, he's actually like 7 years into the job. I was like, it's not like he's just started doing it and decided to be like, oh, screw it, I don't want to do it anymore. He's been doing it for a while.
He has.
And his idea is that I need to save the left, and if you wait 2 more years, there'll be no Labour Party to save. Yeah. Who else is going to do it but me, because I'm so great, I'm Andy.
Oh dear, the ego. The ego. So I think that Keir made the right decision.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not Keir technically that made the decision.
By the way.
It's a group effort.
Okay, yeah. It was the team with
the team.
The NEC, all of them. Apart from Lucy Powell, who was 8-1.
Yeah.
That's such a lonely room for me. Like, I'll pick him. Everyone's like,
she's hedging her bets for the future.
She is.
But a lot can happen in a couple of years, I guess. So let's wait and see.
Yes.
But yeah, not to be cynical. I don't think Keir did it for to save his seat.
No.
But
he didn't do it for the greater good. No, he didn't do it for. I mean, the one thing we know is that the Labour Party do not want to save the taxpayer any money.
I know,
that's one thing we can be sure of.
Yeah,
we know it was not for that reason.
I'm scared about when he comes back from China, what he's given China by the time he comes back.
Yeah, I feel like we get free visas for a month and some whiskey reductions.
Yeah.
Woo. Great. Let's see what he swapped that for.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting.
And the weirdest one is he wants to them to crack down on these boat mechanics.
Oh, really?
Yes, because obviously illegal crossings are by boats, and some of the mechanics of the boats are made in China.
Right.
And so he's like, yeah, let's do a deal where they don't, sell their stuff to these illegal.
Oh, guys, it's a bit of a reach.
It is a bit of a reach.
This is just like really like tweaks at the sidelines. It's not really going to do anything, is it?
No.
Why don't we just like not give them benefits and perks and hotel room, and then they might just stop coming?
What kind of genius idea is that?
I'm a genius.
Did no one ever think of such a thing?
It's so simple.
And also turn those votes back.
I think it's literally just make it less attractive. I mean, all these videos on TikTok of people in hotels and they're like, oh, it's not true. This is fake news. It's really not fake news. We've seen people go into these hotels and they're very nicely maintained. And
as it should be.
If you were someone across the seas, you'd be like, that looks nice.
It's better than a crappy little tent.
Take it. So of course you're going to do it. So anyway.
And then you get pocket money.
And you get some spending. Lovely. What a life.
So easy.
What a life.
Oh. Anyway, so
yes,
he's in China right now. Keir Starmer doing his, socialistic recruiting, getting closer to China, because that's the way forward.
He seems to think it is. Kemi doesn't quite agree.
No, she doesn't.
She thought not a great shout, but no. They keep talking about how he's the first person in 8 years. Like it's like such a long time. It's not actually that long. We did COVID for 3 to 4 years. I mean, it's not that historic. But apparently it's a big deal.
I mean, I want to see, what the deal actually, what the full deals are that are made, and then I'll make my decision.
Yes.
But I just think he's out there for a jolly, another plane trip, another journey.
He just didn't want to do PMQs.
Yeah. And did you see him walking the red carpet with
I've seen pictures. I haven't seen the live motion, unfortunately.
I just can't. He's such a robot. It's just unreal. And he's like so awkward. Again, like I say this every time, but it's such a fact.
It is a fact.
And he just is almost like he's super excited and content as well. It's like, yes, I've come home.
And he also thinks that every leader he goes to see is as excited to see him as he is to see them. And it's not quite the case. He's like, this is it, I'm doing it for Britain, we're back on the stage. Like, we weren't really off the stage, really go, we're back on the stage, I'm here, and I'm going to show them all that we're going to look outwards. Like, we've always been looking outwards. It's not very
there's nothing
unusual.
Original. There's nothing original. There's nothing charismatic.
No.
It's just painful to watch.
I think he used to probably just watch the news as a kid and be like, one day that'll be me. And this is just him living his dream on our buck. I'm not up for it, but
what can we do?
What can we do?
Not much yet.
So obviously we talked a bit about Andy Burnham. So that's a Gorton and Denton by-election. It's going to be happening in, I think, about 6 weeks' time, in February. So not long. Reform have picked their candidate. The Greens are picking their candidate tonight.
Ooh.
So by the time this goes up, we'll know who it is. Potentially their deputy leader. He is quite controversial.
He is. I was thinking about how I could phrase it, but thankfully you came in first, because I was going to say a bit more explicit than that. But yeah, he's definitely Marmite.
Mothin Ali. Ali. Yes, he's very controversial. And quite radical with his words, his actions, his thoughts, his deeds, and his whole persona, really.
I find it quite disturbing that someone so extreme can actually run in these mainstream positions. I just don't know how I feel about it. I just think there shouldn't be such extreme views in the mainstream. I don't think there's room for it, and I think it creates it nurtures a whole undercurrent of something that is not good. So I'm not for it, but
no. But the thing is, we have all these left-wing lovies who think that these are the moral right. These guys are on the side of right, and we're all just like are right and wrong. It's like the things that this guy says are so hateful. They're so vicious. That it's bizarre that you think that he's the good guy.
And also what really confuses me with this whole like lefty loving group, and then the sort of slightly extreme, I guess you would just say the extreme Muslim group, is the lefty lovies are like super channeling support for these people, whereas they would love to just have them not exist, obliterate them. They're not interested in them. Why do they not see that? Like, I understand if you want equal rights, fine, absolutely. You want to sort of make sure that no one is left out. That is not going to happen if the other alternative is in charge, and it's actually an extreme right view actually, in a way, not your reform type of right view, but like a real extreme, and it just doesn't marry with that. So I don't. But where's their thought process?
I think it's like a case of like the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yes, until it all goes
until
wrong.
It's not.
Until it goes wrong.
And we're sitting around having dinner and we're like, oh damn,
yeah, that went wrong.
So the work.
Yeah, that was a real U-turn.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go. Yeah, so that's the. Yeah, it'd be interesting to watch that unfold. So it might be him. There's another lady who is a local candidate.
Yeah,
she might be it.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be interesting. Everyone thought that Zach Polanski was going to go for it.
Yeah.
But he thought, no, I'm going to sit this one out. I'm going to let a local go for it. But I think,
as he should, to be honest.
Yes. I think he's got his sights on. I think he's a London candidate, or maybe he'll go for something like Brighton. I just don't think like, even though he is technically from Manchester, it's not the vibe he's trying to project. I think he's trying to be like, I'm super cosmopolitan. I'm a southerner. Like, I don't know why that's what he wants to project, but I think that's where the majority of his base is. Yeah. And it just makes more sense for him to be the leader. Yeah. And he probably also wants to stay on the GLA for a bit longer and just not have to go to the House of Commons and actually be scrutinised. Yeah, absolutely. And the fact that he's on GLA is London centric. Yeah. So yeah, it makes sense. But yeah, I do think candidates should be local if they can be. If you can get someone that is kind of nosy. If they're good, then let's not just have local candidates for the sake of having local candidates. Because then you just have like people who just happen to be there. They're not actually the most qualified or the best. I agree. For the job. Meritocracy.
But yeah, so that's kind of one to watch.
So Reformer picked their candidate for
King of Reform
for the Gorton and Denton by-election. Yes. And that's Matt Goodwin, who is their big like GB News presenter. So about 6 months ago, it was announced that he'd have a new show that was going to kick Jacob Rees-Mogg to the curb. He stole his slot. Oh my goodness! Jacob Rees-Mogg got put down to like 2 slots a week. It was kind of a scandal that they really talked about. It was too awkward. But Jacob Rees-Mogg was like, "You're not going to take me down," and clawed his way back. He was like, "No." I'm the guy. So he clawed his way back, and now Matt Goodwin's daily on Fridays. Also, I think maybe people didn't find him as fun as he seemed like he would be. Exactly. You got to try it, right? Yeah. But then obviously viewership will dictate. Yeah. Ultimately. Yeah. And I think Rees-Mogg just has he's just a bit more charismatic. Yeah. He's just got something about him. Yeah. He's more interesting. He is more interesting. And he has depth. And yeah. Matt Goodwin has this kind of like squeaky clean look and like, you know, strong right views, but it's not necessarily like entertaining or interesting to watch or listen to all the time. Exactly. Yes. We want variety. Yeah. Yeah. So so he's their candidate. Yes. He says even though he grew up in Hertfordshire, he is a local guy because he used to deliver pizza in the area. Oh, pizza. He was a pizza delivery guy, and he said I was slogging away. The thing that he kept saying, somebody tweeted like, "You're not really Owen Jones, the the very intense left wing guy, who hates everyone, said you grew up in Hertfordshire." He goes, "You don't even know me. I delivered pizzas in Manchester. I taught at the unis there." And then at the end, he listed all his Manchester connections. Around the corner from where grandma's shop and blah, blah, blah. All the Manchester connections. And then at the end, he goes, "Manchester made me." I'm like, it's so cringe. Yeah, I mean, you know, what, you got to try. You got to love a try. Manchester made me. It's just embarrassing. What can you do? Anyway, talking of reform, they've been doing some recruiting. They've been very busy. Oh my goodness. So we start with Robert Jenrick. A conservative. Did we do Nazim Zahawi last time? Yes, I think we did. I think we did. Just then, we did. Sorry. So a month ago, Nazim Zahawi, whatever his name is, gone. To reform, whatever. And then we got Robert Jenrick now gone. Scathing. Can we just quickly talk about the Robert Jenrick thing? Because it's just so iconic the way it all unfolded. So like coming out of nowhere, and obviously you guys all know this already because it's happened weeks ago, but coming out of nowhere just releases this video with the blurry background. She's like, "I've got something to tell you. I have removed Robert Jenrick from the Conservative shadow cabinet, the party, blah, blah, blah. He was going to, you know, do something terrible to us." Yes. And then comes out that someone in his team had found all his speeches. His scathing speech that he was going to take us down. Yeah. And so like him and, you know, Farage had to like kind of slap something together, then did this whole press conference where he got to make this speech, but because he was tweaking the speech because the speech got leaked, he was then late. So Farage was like, everyone's generic, and there was a 10-minute pause, but who was there?
Where is he? Maybe it's cold feet. Did he change his mind? We were eagerly anticipating a redaction.
Sorry, I didn't read it. But no, then he came out and then just unleashed the dragon.
So bitchy.
Horrible.
This is what I don't really get. Like, fine, you no longer believe in something and you want to after 2 minutes and you want to move on, fine, but I think the whole bitchiness is a bit much.
Yes, and he came for your guy, Mel. You love Mel.
Love a bit Mel.
He came for Mel, he came for Pretty. He didn't come for himself, though, interestingly enough.
No, he didn't.
The immigration minister, who Reform only months ago was saying, you're the reason why immigration is so terrible, didn't choose to look in the mirror and think,
introvert,
maybe I had something to do with this.
But the thing that they always use is that, oh well, we couldn't do anything about it. So even if he was to say, well, yes, I was in that position, however, I had no choice, my hands were tied. So anyway, so
what's going to be different then if you have no power when you're in government? What's going to change the next time? What are you going to be? How are you going to change so much so drastically? It doesn't quite add up.
No, so they would say that the MP, so Farage, if he was to be, would just say yes, and they'd overrule it, and they'd steamroll through any rules and regulations, which, I mean, you can do, lots of countries do it, and they end up paying fines and whatever, and they're happy to do that. And I think in the long run, that might be the thing they need to do, or come out of the ECHR, so they don't have to.
But the Conservative Party already said they're coming out of the ECHR.
I know,
so but what's your argument? No, but
previously.
But now we're saying, if we're re-elected, we will. So if you think that that's the way to do it, then why are you leaving? It doesn't quite add up.
Like,
I get what you're saying. Like, he's saying, we'll just throw caution to the wind. But that's just not realistic. You have to actually have a plan as to how you're going to unpick the entire system, which it does need to be unpicked.
Yes, 100%.
But I don't know if they're genuinely working on a plan.
Hopefully they are.
Danny Kruger was supposed to be working on the plan. But instead he's been writing articles about how we should, as Conservatives, the last ones who have a shred of decency or any whatever, should stand in the snow and kneel before Farage's feet and beg for his forgiveness or his approval or whatever. It was just very, very bizarre.
That is bizarre.
And it just feels like they've all taken some kind of pill and they've all kissed the ring and lost any sense of who they actually are or were before this. People do say it's like a cult. It feels quite cult-like. They're all like, you've got to say that Farage is the most amazing guy in the world. It's very creepy. Even Suella.
Yes. Talking of Suella.
Oh my God. Hers was...
So Suella was the last one that had, the last one to go. That was a bit of a surprise. It wasn't.
It was not a surprise.
It wasn't. It was, the timing was a surprise. It wasn't a surprise that she moved over because her husband had previously. Not that you have to if you're married to someone, but we thought it was going to happen. But it was a surprise that when it happened, it was kind of out of the blue, sort of.
So Rob Jemrick name-checked her in his raging speech against the Tory party that he apparently wasn't part of. In his speech, he name-checked Suella as like someone who was on the good side. So it kind of was a wink to...
An inkling.
What might come.
And she was like, I've come home. I'm like, all this stuff. And I'm like, okay. And to be fair to her, everything she resigned once, she got sacked a couple of times.
Got sacked twice.
Because
she resigned.
because she believed in a certain thing and it wasn't going her way.
Leaking emails.
One of them was leaking emails. And so I get, she has kind of stuck to her rhetoric, and I think that's the only good thing, is the fact that she is still talking the way she was talking before. So she hasn't changed. She hasn't changed route.
No.
Which is one, at least you can say that about her. And she wasn't bitchy with her speech as much as generous.
She wasn't bitchy, but she was quite...
It was a bit of
unusual. Like, I've only seen clips of it, so I can't completely judge. So just putting that out there. But it... From what I saw, it was very bizarre. Like, she made this big speech. She got up there. She was like, guys, talking to them like they're old friends. Guys, I've done it. I've done it. Today I resigned my 30-year membership of the Conservative Party.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Home.
Yeah.
And it was just very, like, it felt like she was acting, but I know it was clear that she was genuinely serious and genuinely really happy.
Yeah. I think she was nervous as well, which was a bit weird.
Delighted.
Yeah.
And then there was a moment where she was relying on Nigel Farage's shoulder.
Yeah.
Like he was her long lost daddy. It was just the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. It is a bit weird. But I don't know. So for me, the problem is not the problem. A real concern is when it comes to elections, I feel like we're all going to have to come together, because otherwise we're not going to win. Like, not just the Conservatives, not I mean the right and the left. Otherwise the left are going to muddle together with their weird groups of people and they're going to try and take over.
Yeah.
So there's going to come a point where,
well, I don't know about that, because Reform have already peaked. Like, Reform have not, their polls have not gone up, they've only gone down. So Reform have peaked, which is why they're doing all of these shenanigans. That's why they're doing all these defections. That's why every day they're trying to stay relevant, trying to be in the news. Like today they're saying they're going to sue Kemi. Yesterday they're saying they're going to do this. It's just trying to stay relevant. But everyone in Reform, all the Reform activists, know deep down in their heart that this party is going to become a party. Like, it might not have been when they joined, and may not have been the intention. And I think Nigel Farage has kind of forgotten what he was there to do. Because he's literally just taking any Conservative. Okay, not everyone. Okay, there's some, I don't know who they haven't accepted, because some of the caliber of the people they've accepted is shocking. So I don't know who the hell they turned away. But
it's still got more, there's still time. Until the mayor election.
So the fake deadline was only obviously just to kind of make Zia Youssef more okay with the fact that they're continuing to take loads of Conservatives that he doesn't want. And
does he get more and more upset every day? He's like,
they're like, that's why he's like, the May deadline, it's such a big deal. It's like, for you. And obviously if they get any big names after, they will take them. So I think it's all a distraction tactic. And it's sad, because like, I think the people who, genuinely felt, upset by the Conservative Party and went to Reform with good intentions, do genuinely feel like deep down that this isn't what I signed up for. Even the way they select candidates, the way they selected Leyland, the way they select Matt, the Gorton Denton guy, the way they're selecting candidates, it's not democratic. They're just putting in their mates or people they think are good, or people they've made a backroom deal with. It's not really like anti-establishment for the people. It's quite clearly just more of the worst of the same.
But I think they're making a real play, and I'm just like, I don't know.
We'll see.
I'm undecided.
We'll see where it ends up.
Yes, it's crazy. But I wonder who's next.
Well, apparently they're saying Gavin Williamson's going to be next, which I would find really upsetting. I think he's a good Conservative. He's a controversial figure in the fact that, like, as Education Secretary, like, not everyone loved him, but he is a good Conservative, and it would be very sad if he does. But we shall see. Not us. Let's just say that.
We're still here.
Blue through and through till the end. I always say, if I'm the last person in the Conservative Party, I will stand here. Me and Margaret Thatcher's portrait and Winston Churchill at the Carlton Club. Just me on my own. Like, I'm not going. Love to drag me out. So just put that on the record.
Well, that's good. Good to know. Good to know.
People, can we please have a bit of loyalty? Does that stand for nothing anymore? Everyone's just chasing what's hot, where the polls are. It's just kind of, it's sad. Like, have some commitment, loyalty to your family, to your party, the people that have supported you, who've got you to where you are. You didn't get here alone. None of us get to where we are alone. It's because people have been kind with their time, with their advice, with their introductions, whatever it is. And to just turn around and be like, the new hot thing is get on their feet in the snow and suck up to Nigel Farage. No.
I agree. However, I do think that the problem is, this might be a bit weird, but the problem is there are a lot of liberal Democrat types, or like slightly left-leaning people, and I don't think there's room for that now in the Conservatives. There isn't room, because we need a clear direction, and the clear direction is slightly more right. And if we're left with a load of Liberals, more people are going to jump ship.
But the thing I think about that is, as a Conservative Party, we've always had people at either end.
Yeah.
And people have to just suck it up with the times. And you know, when they were Cameronites, the right of the party sucked it up and just, you know, stayed the course, did what we need to do to get into government and actually change the country for the better. That's our job. So if there's a moment where the wets have to just suck it up and push a bit more right, then they just have to suck it up. It shouldn't mean that people leave or feel the need that they feel compelled to leave. They just need to kind of be team players. Like, that's the whole point. We are a team.
I know, but I don't think everyone wants to be a team. They just want what they want. And that's the problem.
Well, that's the society we live in at the moment. Everyone's in the silos, everyone's in echo chambers. They just want to hear themselves.
Like that, we've got a Conservative group. What are they called? I can't even remember.
I think they're called Prosper UK.
Prosper UK, and I think they're a bit more of the liberally vibe.
I got the invitation and I didn't know what it was for, and then I saw the news round. I was quite like, oh, this is quite cool. I like Andy Street, Ruth Davidson. Yeah, she's nice. They're very, you know, successful Conservative. What's this going to be about? How exciting! It was very mysterious.
Yeah.
And then I saw the news. I saw them on Laura Kingsford.
It just seems a desperate attempt. Like, you don't need to do that. You're either Conservative or you're not, right?
And also, if you want to influence policy, do it, you know, within the party. To ourselves. We don't need to go on like national TV. This isn't how I want it to be. I think we should just, you know.
Exactly. We need to actually work together as a group internally and like get our stuff together.
Indeed.
But that's what, you know, I respected Kemi for, you know, her slow process to get everything, all the ducks in order, as you will. So we have a strategy, so we have a plan, and I think, you know, tweak it, work with it, and make it as strong as it can possibly be, so we are actually ready and we have the direction. So when it does come time for the election, sooner rather than later, please God, then we can be like, well, we're going to do this, this and this, and then they must do it. That is
that's the key,
because currently all these U-turns are like, oh, painful for the public.
But yes, Kemi did have a response. She did clap back.
She did.
She's getting very good at the clap back.
She did. I mean, in all honesty, that was like such a messy moment. Like, it was just a messy moment with her and Jenrick. I'm just like,
no, I'm glad that's over. But she did do a speech the other day to activists, being like, you know, join the party, and you know, it's not 2016 anymore, it's not 2006, let's move on about being on the left, or shenanigans on the right, tantrums on the right, just let's all just focus.
She says some good stuff. I think she's quite strong. She's coming across very strong in all of her speeches at the moment, so that's good. She just needs to keep on Keir's tail, and just keep pushing forward. But she needs to also put her money where her mouth is and actually, like, you know, gun for all the things we need to be done right.
Well, Keir, she didn't get a chance to lay it into Keir this week.
I know, PMQs. Not so much PMQs, more like DPMQs. With our favourite Lammy. God, what a character.
He's so funny.
And Andrew Griffith.
Griffith.
So yeah, I mean,
he was a bit more subdued this time, Lammy. He seemed to be a bit more statesmanly. He spoke slowly, less aroused not aroused, sorry.
I think you had it right. More, you know, contained.
More contained, composed.
He was like, they were talking about small businesses, and obviously, you know, there's a relief for pubs that is going to be, what is it, a 5% tax instead of 10%?
It's like, I'm going to take 5,000 and give you back 2p.
Yes. Thanks. Thanks. You really want us to stay open.
And you cafes, restaurants, hotels, you're not getting even the 2p.
Nothing. I mean, considering they charge £10 for a cup of coffee these days.
Do you know, every time I get charged £4.20 for a cappuccino, I'm like, that's that national minimum wage, national insurance hike, because that's what's covering this. Pay this salary now.
It's crazy.
Brutal.
I remember back in the day, once I was in Switzerland, and the hot chocolate or something was like £5. And I was like, wow, £5, that's expensive. And then now I'm like, that you can't even leave the house.
Good luck if you can get a matcha for under a tenner. Good luck.
I love matcha.
It is nice.
Got to bring my own. No. Little packet, like a little green packet of matcha just everywhere I go.
I'll just get some milk, please.
Can I have some water?
Exactly.
But yeah, so well, that was
Cost
great.
of living.
Cost of living. What can you do? But yeah, so Lammy and Andrew. Andrew wasn't.
He was a bit nervous,
Yeah.
and I felt for him because I thought, oh my gosh, if I was doing this for the first time, it would be quite nerve-wracking.
Yeah, but we don't want that. We need strength and
how else is he going to learn and get practice?
That's true. He just needs to go. Oof. I just want them to always go. Oof.
I think with PMQs in general, they do tend to stick with what they've written.
Yes,
and I think you could be a bit more nimble.
Yes,
but I guess that there's a danger in that because you might trip yourself up and say something that you shouldn't have said or didn't want to say or the wrong thing.
Yeah. I mean, you can have little notes, little snippet notes that you could sort of refer to. Yeah. So if you're like, oh, this could be a good line, and then have it there just because, you know, you have your papers there anyway. So you can have a little script with a little perhaps here, perhaps there, maybe that.
Yeah. Or if you hear someone say something, you could just respond and then go back to your notes.
Exactly.
But I'm not like an incredible debater, so I don't want to like critique. And somebody, when I next meet, they're like, "You said they need to be better. Well, you're crap." So
take your own advice.
Take your own advice. So no, it's fine. You do you, man. I've got no notes like you. Yeah. So Lammy was knocking them back. Yeah. He had some good jokes. I can't remember them now, but he did have a few jokes. He said, "Oh yeah," he did say, "Oh, it's a pleasure to meet the co-author of the Liz Truss bit," because you know they love to bring up Liz Truss. But it was quite a good one, although, all right, fine. That was the only time it was acceptable.
There was a rumour that Liz Truss was maybe going to go to reform, but she said no.
She was spotted at a lunch with him.
She was, but so far it's a no.
So far it's a no. I think only because they think it will just be like so bad for the brand. But they said that about Suella. Because when her husband initially went to reform, he did it because he wanted her to go. Yeah. And they snubbed her.
Yeah.
And so she was like, oh, this is really sad for me. So then he left. And now she's back. And now he's back. And they're like happiest people alive.
We're in the crew. I had to wait, but now I'm part of the family.
It's so weird. I don't know what's like the appeal. Like, what's so great? I don't get it.
It is a bit weird. But what can you do? Okay, so what else has been going on?
What else?
We've got Trump.
What's he done now?
Oh, well, what hasn't he done?
Oh, God. And Melania's got her documentary out.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't actually watched it, but
I haven't yet.
She,
I love her.
It's coming out, and I just find her so amusing because
she's so good.
The main clip that keeps getting played, mainly by the BBC, because obviously the BBC are not feeling Trump at the moment.
No.
Is when he calls her. He calls her and she's like, "Hey, Mr. President," and he goes, "Did you see my speech?" She's like, "No, I didn't watch it, but I'm sure I'll catch up on it later." It's just so awkward that they put this in the movie.
Yeah, that's weird. Of all the clips they could show, is that your highlight? Like
your wife doesn't care at all to like watch anything you're doing, but like she might catch up on it later. So yeah, she's got a documentary out. Very exciting for her.
So cool.
I don't know what it's about.
Isn't it just her life?
I guess. What is her life? I guess it's going to be interesting to see her story.
She does stuff.
She does do stuff.
She does.
What does she do?
I know some charity stuff.
Nice.
With like kids, children. I don't know, but she does do things.
Yeah.
She's you know.
Of course she does.
Also, but you could say that about anyone really. Anyone in sort of the public eye. What do? Well, they do charity.
They do charity stuff.
But
philanthropy.
Yeah,
that's what I do.
But no, she looks good.
So she always looks great.
So I love that. So I can't wait to watch it.
Okay, there we go.
Just for the
fashion. I'm going to be watching Bridgerton. But Bridgerton no season has been as good as the first.
I haven't watched any of it.
Watch the first season; it's very good. Angela Rayner's on manoeuvres again. I'm kind of bored about talking Labour, like this leadership stuff. It's like kind of become a bit tedious.
It is tedious. They're always doing the same thing.
May elections are coming. Yes. You're on the ballot.
I am on the ballot.
On the ballot. Vote for LB. Yes, if anyone lives in Chelsea Riverside, please vote.
Please vote.
So we've got the locals in London, outside of London, across the country, really. Yeah. But then we've also got the Welsh elections, the Scottish elections. Yes. So yeah, lots is happening.
Yeah. So we're really gunning for that May time, because that is going to tell us a lot. This is the time where lots of people do protest votes, or they don't turn up, which also tells you something in itself.
Yes.
And then so you'll get a real good feel of how the public are actually feeling.
Yeah. Interesting to see in London, the southeast, the southwest, how well the Greens do. and how are the Lib Dems, like the Lib Dems have won the most by-elections, local by-elections since the election.
Wow.
Be interesting to see if any of that starts to shift to the Greens.
Yes.
And how much of it shifts to Reform.
Yeah.
The Conservatives, that we're not expecting huge wins, but we're expecting like some good London. Hopefully we'll win a few councils back.
That would be so good, because it was literally a sea of red the last time, with just Kensington and Chelsea, the little blue dot. I would really like it for it to be a bigger blob of blue.
A bigger blob of blue. That's what we need.
Like Westminster would be nice.
We want Westminster back, Wandsworth back. Yes. That'd be great.
Yeah.
And you never know, we might get Hammersmith and Fulham. Stranger things have happened. Stranger things have happened.
Put it out there.
Final talk, let's go. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, it is. But up until then, don't worry, we will keep you posted with many more things going on. What the public are saying, what's going on with. I'm sure there'll be more defections and just weird things happening, and U-turns and all sorts of galore. So we will definitely keep you posted. Honestly.
It's going to be interesting.
It is. But I guess that's it for this week.
That's it, guys.
So thank you so much for tuning in. Don't you forget Monday middays ModCons. Bye.
Bye.